We're down here at Springwood Car Care. As you can see behind us, the car is on the dyno here. This is Gerald, this is his business. He's going to be tuning our Z31 for us. Gerald, thanks for having us, mate. It's great to be here. Now, obviously, we're here to film a power run. You've had the car for a little bit and you've worked your magic with it. We're using a Haltech Elite 2000 on this car. Was there any distinct challenges or issues you ran into with the car?
No, not really. We had a couple of little issues. We had to get the spark plugs down. We were blowing the spark out a little bit once we turned the boost up. Other than that, just small things along the way, a little bit of corrosion on a couple of plugs from the original engine, being a high K engine, just a Japanese import thing. And just put some gate springs in it and a couple of things like that, and away we went.
Yeah, so all in all, it wasn't too much of a headache for you?
No, nothing more than usual.
Fantastic. So we already know what the car's making, as do you. We're really happy with it. You guys will have to stay tuned and see. We had a competition on Instagram recently to see who could guess the closest number. So cross your fingers and toes that it's you. There's a voucher in it for you. Now, obviously something that's a little bit interesting about your setup here, Gerald, is you've got a hub dyno. Obviously everyone's seen roller dynos. They seem to be more common. What are the benefits to using a hub dyno over your conventional?
Well, this is our third dyno now. We've had a couple of rollers, and we bought this one about 4 years ago now, maybe 5. I like the fact that there's no tying down to the vehicle. We just bolt it on, and it's dead accurate. There's no tyre slip, there's no wheel spin, there's not problems where you think where the power drop off and it's a tyre or anything like that. Going 20 years of tuning, cars used to have 300 horsepower. The tyres was a good thing, but things are all making in the vicinity of the 1,000 and that now, so it's pretty hard to tie them down.
Yeah, absolutely. So not only would it be a safer way of doing it, but a more accurate way of doing it as well, I suppose.
Yeah, 100%. It's back to back, You can put 1 degree into this car and you can see 1 degree, what 1 degree of timing will actually do to it. With a tyre dyno, sometimes it's hit and miss, and you're not sure whether the tyres are going off or,
Absolutely. So this is the ideal way to do it. And obviously, if you guys have a car and you want to get it tuned or looked at by someone like Gerald, hit them up at Springwood Car Care. But otherwise, why don't we get into it?
Let's have a look. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to get in the car, we're going to give it a run. We're just going to run it on the gate now, whatever springs are in the gate, which I think are about 10 or 11 pound, and then we're going to turn up the boost a little bit and see how it goes. That's straight off the gate. I forgot to turn the gate off on the first one. That's a cold run. It probably won't go that high. It'll probably go 470 now or something, but we'll run it up and we'll go from there. Right? I'm going to just we're going to blow the fan for a little bit, and then I'm going to pull it. All right? This is what we have here. So here we have what we run up on gate pressure. So this is our first run, just at our whatever gate springs we had in it, which are about 11 pound. The next run is when we controlled the gate and we ran 15.5 pound, and this is a power increase from that. The one thing we can see with this is probably an older import motor or something like that. The valve springs are probably sitting around a bit. They're probably just starting to go off here. It's about 6,500 RPM. You can see it in both graphs, but as you put a little bit more boost in it, it gets a little bit worse. So I would say the next thing we could do here is put a set of valve springs in this motor.
Well, it's good to see the car's behaving well and is running as it should. I think next thing for us is to get this down to the track, get it shaken down, and get a heap of seat time in. We're all blown away by the power it made. I hope you guys are as well, keeping in mind that we have roughly doubled the output for this motor, and this is a $900 wrecker engine, so that's astronomical. We'll tackle the valve springs later on, but let's get to the track. G'day guys, as you can see we're down here at Sydney Motorsport Park once again, but this time we've got our Z31 300ZX behind us here for a shakedown. It's a bit wet, it's a bit miserable, but otherwise it's a great night to be out at the track. But mate, we're never going to say no to track time, so Leon's in the car, we're about to take it out for its maiden voyage. Now we're not going to go too hard, we're just going to feel the car out. This is a shakedown after all, but come along with us for the ride. Off you go, mate. All right guys, that's a wrap for us down here at Sydney Motorsport Park for tonight. It's been a long time coming, but it was all a great success. Leon, how'd you go in the car, mate?
Awesome, great to set some times. Thanks to the gang at Driving Solutions. Look forward to them showing us how to add some skill behind the wheel, get it happening, get the lap times down, enjoy this thing to its fullest. Stay tuned.